Welcome back to Factorio Seablock TSM, episode 92, I think. At the end of the last episode, we were trying to build up this area to increase our silicon supply, and it has become rather urgent. If I take you over to steel, if you remember way back, we started using silicon to double up steel, but with no silicon available, this is where the silicon comes in. With no silicon available, we have no steel. So that is a problem. What the bots, the train's unloading. As you can see, we have this usual pattern. I've actually decided I will start doing something about it. I've built a Mark II large robot charging point, which as soon as this robot finishes unloading all of its landfill, it seems to be taking a while, all of its landfill, we will jump on board and maybe it'd be faster just to run over there. How far is it? It is a bit of a distance. The whole point of having a train is so we don't have to do that. But that is a bit slow. Alright, we'll see what happens. Let's just go. This will tell me where it's at anyway. I'll have a fair idea when it's moved off. I think when it does, it will be coming around this way. So if I head this way, at the very least, I can intercept the train. We don't need this, guys. Let's do the tile ghost pattern and get rid of some of that. I think we'll beat the train, but kind of only just, because it's right here. And it still has 2100. Okay. So what I want to do is, I guess, place this guy about here and extend the power. Hopefully they'll start using this now. Be a little bit faster in that process. Are we going to get a ride back? 1.7. Who knows? Okay. While we wait, actually, let's wait on board. While we wait, the plan for today is to probably... Let's get rid of all of that. How far? 1.2. Okay. Probably come back here. I want to get the next labs. That's the real goal. The next lab's up and running. We need to get alumina over here so we can make the polishing compound. We also need to get the whatever it's called, this thing here over there somehow for the prior process. This is making the wheels on the cutting, so yeah, it's just the polishing compound that's needed, and then we can start making gems, in particular the rubies. I could probably just run around and collect the ones that I need, and in fact I'm very tempted to do that and come back to this process later down the track, because it's a bit tedious perhaps, trying to feed a belt all this way. And if I had bots able just to move some stuff, I'd probably just use bots, even though it is what amounts to a long bot journey. But it gets to a point where no path. What? Why have you got no path? Oh, okay. Just a slight error with this guy here. is actually on this side and shouldn't be, so it's confusing the train as far as understanding what this direction is, but this direction is definitely just this way. So if we jump back on board now and go back to automatic, no, it still thinks there's no path. Here. Okay. Just as well we weren't waiting for the train, right? Because it would never show up at this rate. You are wrong. If you're coming this way, you don't need to exist. You're correct, you're correct, you're correct, you're correct, you're correct. You're correct. And we don't need those. Okay, this time. Hopefully the bots will be starting to do a slightly better job here now. There's certainly, it may not be immediately obvious, but this is declining, so yes, I'm going to claim that they are. Okay, you're still missing crystallizers. And otherwise that's it. Right, next time you should be good. Why did I open that up? I really just want to put that away. Okay, so to make these labs, we need 4 of these and 4 of these. That's 4 of these that are required, which is the tungsten powder and the polished rubies. So we're going to need 4 polished rubies. That's what I'm going to try and create right now. Hopefully I think I'm going to have to move something up for the polishing compound. Where was that? The polishing compound. It's right there. We need base mineral oil. Okay, and I'm going to have to make this in a machine. So I am going to have to move the base mineral oil up, but that's a good thing because it's otherwise massively in the way. I believe the closest supply of base mineral oil is this collection of almost full tanks. Okay. I gave away all my pipes, so let's get some more. Not exactly sure what my bots are doing. Get another one of those as well. So what exactly do we need for this guy? We need a chemical plant and the alumina. Okay. So we're not actually going to end up using very much just for making the labs, but we are going to need this stuff later on, so it might be easiest if we just go up a small way like this. What sort of belt are you? You're yellow. I have these down here. I should really use that, shouldn't I? Yep. That'll just about do, I think. Chemical plant. See if this works well for us or not. Yep. And you also need the alumina. Come on, bots, jump on board. I want to see how my construction is going now. Yes, you can see the circle has basically died. So just this one, I mean, this is only 4 charging pads. This is 9, so we've tripled it basically. We're using almost no power, basically because we have no silicon. So probably all of our processes have come to a halt. Bots are home. I don't know what you keep doing, so I'm going to turn you off for the moment. You're going to want some power. So, because it looks like an absolute nightmare to thread alumina all the way over to you, it might even be a big enough nightmare that I should consider what do I need to make it. I need sodium hydroxide and aluminium ore and fuel. Let's grab some of those. Some of those. We're going to have to increase the numbers of these machines as well. Oh, I've actually got one cut ruby. I must have tested the process. Where did your guys end up? They shouldn't be too far away. Grinding wheel. There we go. So what's the next? So that gives us this one. That's 1, 1, and 1. Okay. Oh, you need somewhere to place your finished result. For now, here will do. Five. That's enough. Oh, we've now got 7. Grinding wheels. Oh. What do you stack to? Oops. Actually, what is the process? Polishing wheel, what do we do this in? Just a normal assembly machine. Oh, these are in 4s. Okay, well, let's get a machine 4 then. Gonna need a bit of steel, probably a bit of iron, I'm guessing. Might be something else that we're missing though. No, it's the usual suspects. Okay. Maybe it's kind of pointless putting it into that box, but you are going to make these. You need a... Oh, actually, what we could do is we could limit this with a piece of wire. Oh, that's what we wanted to do anyway. I don't know what they stack to, but let's say 50. Grinding wheels to 50. Or polishing wheels or whatever they are. 50. I can take that off. We can place these guys in there, and you just need the polishing compound, which is going to need that, and a bit of belt. There. That's actually pretty quick. And you can, I don't know why I made that an iron chest. I'm just clicking. And then we can start making these things, except that it would appear that we can't make them. Tungsten powder and tinned copper wire. Okay. Oh, there we go. That should be all of the rubies that we need. You're out of alumina, aren't you? Yep. Well, at least it used some of the base mineral oil. Not enough to make a difference. So, we'll see in a moment if we're able to do this or not. Have we not produced any tungsten yet? Apparently not. Because the acid has not been created. Because no oxide's been created. Because if we are delivering tungsten, it has not been... It's not been set up anywhere for delivery. Do we have tungsten in here? That's geodes. That is the tungsten train. Okay, so follow the mystery back home. 27k tungsten. So we actually have the tungsten, we just don't have anywhere for the tungsten to go. Do I just throw it into this stop and say, well, now you're going to take... I could have it just come in round here. And I think that's what I will do. Oh, and you're going to need to be continued. Leap over the slot. Got its normal basic belt, yeah. The only reason we used yellow there was to get over the pole without having to move it. We're just using regular fast stack filter inserters, which are these. You can come down one more then. And you can be tungsten ore. It's in this one, isn't it? Yes. You can be near. And so that means we need yet another requester. And one of those guys, yeah, there's probably as good as anywhere. You can go there. PQR, I guess you can be change that to tungsten ore. PQRS, from there to there, from there to there, from there to there. Do I have tungsten priorities? Yes, I do. Okay, very good. The one that we want here then would be the full tungsten. It should be that one and that one. Oh, this would be if S is less than trains on the way, or rather trains on the way is less than S, which it is. Now, we need to run over to tungsten and set up this, if not already set up. It's getting a P. Train stop Ryan Shadbolt. Maybe we can do it from here. It should be an undefined one. I'm not seeing it. Ryan Shadbolt, no. Oh, have I set this up correctly? No. These are around the wrong way. It should have the tungsten ore first, and then the empty tungsten ore train, which should be in here. That one. There we go. Close the requesters. Oh. And tungsten train should be on the way there now. This is probably it. Yes. There it is. Getting our first load of tungsten. Let's have a look how we're doing over here. That's spectacular. It looks like all of the guys have finished, so I need to find our blueprint. That one looks overly complicated. Going around in circles. It doesn't appear to be in there. Ah, that's the one. Now, this might be wrecking a couple of things. Pretty sure that's the one. Oh, I know what I'll do. I will remove the signals, because that's the things that cause issue. We don't actually need tiles anymore. So I might just get rid of that as well. And yes, we'll just stamp that down. And we should be able to refresh that guy. And here's our new requirement. Okay. How is tungsten train going? Is it full yet? It's coming back. It should then pick up its tungsten supply order come back to us. Here we go. Yep. It's on its way to gold, which is the name of this one. Don't mind me, I was just having some coffee. That could be fairly slow coming around, so just want to make sure that it's able to get there. I think it is. So we'll leave that, come back to it in a moment. Now let's go down to our outpost auto building station and just make sure it's got all the stuff that it needs, because it probably hasn't. I think I was also going to build a recycle train, but I don't want to pick up that pistol. A recycle train, so that's definitely on the agenda as well. Let's have a look. Yes, there's a few things that we are missing. I may actually open up this one and just see what that is. It is the big electric pole too, okay. So rail, you're missing some rail. What else? You're missing 3 requester stations, and I don't have what I need to build the rest of them. I'm missing electronic circuits. And iron, I think it was. 2, 3. 6 requester lamps. 5, 6. Those. Okay, we need one of them. 9 normal lamps, 5, 10. Yeah, it's going backwards and forwards with very small loads at the moment. A arithmetic and 7 of this sort, which means we need some copper. Probably wouldn't hurt to get some more iron at the same time. What else? Belt. Undergrounds. Yellow. Undergrounds, yellow inserters, red undergrounds. I don't want to go to odd numbers, let's just give them all. Those guys, these guys. Oh. Is that a normal combinator? It must be constant combinator. I guess so. I'm not quite sure why we need a constant combinator, but apparently we do. We have one, so that's not a problem. That must be stack inserters and the fast stack filter inserters, pipe, and that pipe. Roboport. I don't want to be supplying roboports. We're going to add that to the exclusion list. Yeah, just go away. Next time it refreshes, it will get rid of that. Yellow inserters. I don't know if I'm getting the red splitters. It does not look like it, so let's add some in. 6 fast inserters. And the stack inserters. Oh. What's it up to? Yellow splitters. We have some yellow splitters. And red splitters. We don't have any red splitters. These offshore pumps. I think they're there. Yes, they are. Radar. I think it's a radar Mark II, most likely. Yellow splitters. I don't have any. Radar. Okay. Ore sorting, ore crusher, and flotation cell. Oh, it's just the third one of those now. The flotation cell 2s and crystallizers. Flotation cell. Do you have... No, it doesn't look like you do. Warehouses in the warehouse. Hydro plant SWAT. Hydro plant 1s. 3 of them. Why do I have no yellow splitters? Are they not in the order either? Would appear not. Hydro plant Mark 1. Clarifiers 4. That seems like a lot. Oh, crystallizers. Valves. Let's just make sure we get the right ones. We need 4 overflow valves. Need at least one of those. What are we doing? We're making clarifiers at the moment. Do we have any more crystallizers? No. What's that thing? Energy shield. Oh, crystallizers. Ah, I have red fast splitters. Did we ever get any yellow splitters? No. Oh, clarifiers is turning up. How many clarifiers did we need? 4. Now, blue valves. Oh. So we need 3 pumps. And 5 tanks. Which means we're going to be short on stone brick. Crystallizers. What are we missing on these tanks? We're missing stone bricks and we're missing iron. Alright. We can always run up and get those. All of this time, this all should be completely automated. And would be. If I do Seablock again, I guess I'll have to have Angel's Logistics in there so that I can get some form of robots at an early part of the game, not so far into it. Alright, stone brick. And iron, I think it is. Oh. We're struggling to get iron because we've used so much. One, two, three. Do you know what? I'm going to tell this guy to wait. Because it looks to me like everything on this list has now been delivered that needs to be delivered, except for these tanks. I need the tanks to be actually counted being put on, so I don't want to just jump on and have the train take off. Just this one to go. Then we'll sort out our destination so that it will do silicon properly. "28 minutes, long time to wait." May not have updated for a moment or two though. Okay. Yes, this is right in the way of some important things, but never mind. What we want to do is the silicon recipe. That's silver. So I guess we'll just look it up. Silicon. We're after silicon as an ore, silicon powder. Can't you just tell me your silicon? Molten silicon, silicon. There we go. Why couldn't you just give me silicon this way? That's the one we're after. So we need sapphirite and bobmonium. Sapphirite produces sulfuric. Bobmonium produces sulfuric as well. So that is very good. We don't need the 2 handling, we just need the 1. What are you handling? You're doing something weird with fluorite. That's not what we need you to be doing. You should be handling sulfuric. Okay, so you need to be sapphirite. Usage. Bobmonium. So you need to be bobmonium. There you go, bobmonium. Crushed bobmonium. Bobmonium. Oh, it's actually better just to relook this up. Bobmonium. Bobmonium. Can't mix fluids. I don't think I need this dual processing facility. Or maybe I should just use this one, I'm not sure. Certainly this one, yeah, you're not that. You are the sapphirite, crushed sapphirite. Crushed sapphirite and crushed sapphirite. I can't just copy paste those two because one's near, one's far, if you were wondering. I think those outputs are still valid. Okay, you guys are not doing that. You're doing the silicon. That being the case, you are that. Maybe I'll just do it here. Can probably get away with one facility, I am thinking. Since they're exactly the same. And then we can probably get rid of this other one. Oh, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work. That is correct in terms of what we need to order here. PQ and this facility. No, we probably need to make this trains on the way is less than P. And this one trains on the way because otherwise we'll have too many trains turning up potentially. And your mineral sludge, I think that's basically identical to this one. And the other one as well. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, we've copied this. So you see we're getting two trains coming simultaneously when really we only want one. So let's do that. That will ensure we only get one. No path, really. Oh, you need some improved signals here. Still no path. Ah. Yes, I think this one is supposed to go this way. I've already got one there. Hang on. Why is that one going this way? This one goes... Oh. This one goes that way. Ah, that's a problem. That should not be going that way. It should actually be going this way after all. Which means I need to build out the next one just so that we have an exit for this guy. Something is not quite right. Let's not worry about the trains for a moment. We have the wrong filter set up over here. That's the correct filter. Oh, this is finally coming through. That's good. We seem to have picked up a bunch of those guys that didn't get processed. Here we are, silicon. So, change this to silicon ore. That one needs to be silicon ore. Whoops. Minus 16, 1, 2, 3. This one needs to be silicon ore. And this needs to be silicon ore as well. And that should be fine now. That's all we need. We'll get silicon on the way very soon. Though, why are these not processing particularly well? Sulfuric wastewater through just one of these guys is having a bit of a hard time, it looks like. Yeah. Maybe if I can turn that into a Hydro 3, or possibly set up the process down this other end. I guess we're not going to need this anymore. Bound to be some pipe in here. Okay. There we go, we're processing that a lot better now. Probably don't need that, probably don't need that. How's our silicon recovery going? It's going to be a long, slow process, but at least it's happening. How are we doing for time? 51. How are we doing for tungsten? We're not for some reason. Let's go and check our tungsten. Why have you not finished? You have now. Oh, I've destroyed the cell. Fair enough. Good enough. All right. Tungsten. Why didn't you just work for me? Tungstic acid. Oh, we've got no output for calcium chloride. Ugh. Don't know where we're going to put all this. Do I have? I do. And you deliver it up there. Pick up from there. So this is now happening. Hydrogen fluoride gas. There's none. Why not? Because what? 30. We have too many of them, don't we? Okay, tungsten powder. And tungsten plate. Can I make these things? No, because that's not enough powder. Gee, you need a lot of powder. Oh, no tinned copper wire. Okay. Assume I have no... I have tin. I have copper. Can you not make tinned copper wire? Well, I'll steal it from somewhere else that makes it then. Tinned copper wire. Like here, for example. I have all the products, but I'm not allowed to make them myself. I need a machine. Fine. I'm not using one of those. make one of them. Oh, really? You need to make me these. We need processing units, gems, powder, tinned copper wire, and titanium plate. And now we're short tinned copper wire. Okay. We're short the powder. It seems to have come to a complete halt at this point because what? You've run out of hydrogen fluoride gas. Again. How much powder is that? 27. How much do we need for each one of these things? We need 20. Probably means I need a bit more. You've run out again. We're really struggling to get acid. We don't have any acid gas. Oh, here's some more. 36. At this rate, I might have to run down the entire length of this and pick up every single piece of powder there is, just so I can build these labs. It's kind of insane. There's some powder. Pretty sure we have enough to complete 4 labs. At this point, powder. Okay, there we go. Which ones? It's these ones that use those things. We need some more processing units. We might just take them off there. Okay, I need 4 of those because I need, hang on, lab construction core. Oh, good. We only need 4 of those. Not enough ingredients. I only want 4. These guys, centrifuge and tungsten plate. I think we need 8 of those guys. Yes, we need 8. Which means we need more tungsten plate. So, oh, there actually is a bit of tungsten plate here now. And centrifuge, which is this guy. Iron, red circuit. Oh, concrete. Concrete. That seems to be a different sort of concrete. This one. Iron, stone, brick and water. Or we can make it directly from I think we're just going to make it directly from this. Mixture. Which we do just up here. What was it again? Concrete? Nothing extra, just the stuff. I wonder where it resides. Kind of expected it there, but I guess none of these things are going to be where I expect them, are they? That seems to be the rule of angels. There we go. That's not the one we're after though, that is. Oh, and we're out of pipes, of course. But we can make some more ourselves. You are going to just need to put this into a chest. For now. How come there is no concrete? Oh, because there's no silicon, of course. How silly of me. How are you going? 7.3. How are you going? 13 and completely stuck. Yeah. Well, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. We need the silicon to complete and deliver. This does look a bit slower than I would have thought it should be. Maybe not. Another collection of sulfur that we're going to have to get rid of. Yes, we'll leave it there. Next episode, we'll definitely have these labs up and running. We'll plug in the new science. We'll learn some new recipes. We'll try and make everything run slightly better. Are we getting any more of this stuff? It's not looking like we are. Forget exactly what we need to happen for that to happen. But anyway, yes, we're leaving it there. Thanks very much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye-bye for now.